we're going to be talking about algebra, more specifically, graphing linear equations. To put it simply, a linear equation is this. A linear equation has an input and an output. That means that you put something in for x, and you get something out for y. Another cool function about a linear equation is that it has a constant rate of change. That means that as x constantly changes by 1, y changes by a constant number. That number is the rate of change. For example, when we substitute 1 into x, we get 3. When we substitute 2 into x, we get 5. When we substitute 3 into x, we get 7. You might be noticing a pattern here. As the x goes up by 1, the y goes up by 2. 2 is also known as the slope. The slope is how steep the line goes up by when it's graphed. For example, a line with slope 0 will be a horizontal line. A line with slope 1 will kind of look like this. A line with slope 2 will look like that. And a line with slope 500 will almost be a vertical line. Now, slope can be represented as a change in y over the change in x. If you guys aren't familiar with this sign, this is delta. Delta means the difference. But it's saying the difference of y. But there's only one y. But you need 2 points if you want to find the slope of a line. So when it says the difference of y's, it means the difference of the y coordinate of this point minus the y coordinate of this point over the difference between the x coordinates of these 2 points. So it can also be written as y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. Another thing that we have to account for is the y-intercept of a line. The y-intercept is the point when the line intersects the y-axis. For example, a line with slope 1 can look like this, or it could look like this, or it could look like this, or anything that is this steep. The difference between these 3 lines is where they intersect the y-axis. For example, this line intersects the y-axis at a much higher point than both of these lines, just like this line intersects the y-axis at a point much lower than these 2 lines. So, in this equation, the y-intercept is 1. So, if we were to make a little graph here, this is kind of what the line would look like. Because it would have a slope of 2, and it would intersect the y-axis at 1. But we don't want to know what it would kind of look like. We want to know what it would exactly look like. So I'll pull up a little graph here, and then we will graph on there. So now to graph this equation that we're going to use as the example, we'd need 2 points at least. 3 points would be very nice as well. So we are going to use this. Now, this looks like a little jumble of numbers, but these are also coordinates for points. For example, this shows that when the x is 1, the y is 3. So that's a point. 1, 1, 3. And another point is 2, 5. Now we plot these 2 points. So we go down 1, up 3, point there, go down 2, up 5, we got a point there. Now we grab a line. For you guys, you should use a straight edge, like a ruler. Draw a straight line between these 2 points. As you can see, this is a line with slope 2 and intercept the y-axis at 1. And also, you should draw arrows at the top and bottom of the line. That shows that the line goes forever, which is what lines do. Because in this equation, the x can be any number from negative infinity to infinity. So, and that is how you graph a linear equation. Stick around for the next video so that we can talk about graphing different forms of a linear equation.